Yeah. You know what? Let me get my Calico versus Ill Will joint. Yeah, I'll be right back. You. What's good, y'all? Let me get my chat going. Let me get my chat going. Hold on. All right, cool. Cool. We got some topics to talk about. Okay. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Yeah. What else we got today? Yeah. We're gonna talk. What else we got? Oh yeah. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Salute y'all. I see y'all coming into the chat. I'm gonna get to the chat in 1 second. Uh, sure. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. I really appreciate everybody stopping through. What's today? Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday afternoon. Really appreciate y'all stopping through for the new Sorry It's True episode. You know how it is when we rock, y'all. We gonna talk our talk like we always do. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my little tweet out. Cause it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Shout out to everybody that's coming into the chat. All right, let's see what's going on in here. Larry Bush, let's get the likes up. Yes, I don't be saying that every time I go live, right? I don't know why I never say that shit. I appreciate y'all for reminding the chat and reminding everybody to do that for me. Like the video, help your boy out, share the video, help me out, y'all. Let's spread the content. Let's get the word out. Let everybody know we live. Keep my podcast building. Y'all are all a part of this. You know, the bigger this podcast grows, the more content I definitely will give y'all. Shit, if this podcast was doing 1 million views a month, maybe not. That's not enough. If this podcast was doing crazy views, I'd do it for a living. All right. I'd do it every day with y'all. So hook your boy up. You know what I'm saying? Get me there. Get me to podcasting full time with y'all. And I promise. If I stopped everything else I was doing and just podcasting, I swear to God, I wouldn't let anything go by without breaking down. Anything. Nobody would be able to get shit off. You wouldn't be able to bullshit. You wouldn't be able to lie. You wouldn't be able to nothing. I'd be in sorry it's true mode every day. I'd be just sitting in my crib all day like academics. Fuck it. Everything I just said is gonna come full circle in one of the topics I'm gonna get to. I'm gonna get to a topic that's gonna bring what I just said full circle. RBE, appreciate that. Proper context media, salute back to you. Trey, I told people 2023 is gonna be a RBE in Chrome 23. I expect a few rappers making debuts. Edward Branch, XYZ wants to call a truce. Misu, humility always prospers. Big year for you, ARP. I believe that karma is real, not necessarily in the form of energy, but definitely in the form of probability and likeliness. Um, Not necessarily in an energy form, even though energy can be given off in to an aspect because being in a room, somebody walks in and the mood changes. But yeah, karma goes around. The way you act, the way you conduct yourself, it brushes off, it leaves impressions on people, and it just is what it is. ARP, humble as fuck, and he don't lie. I appreciate that, Meek Dollar. I really appreciate that. Sassy, serp him. Salute back to you. Easy versus Big K. That's a dope matchup. D Nice. Why you take the blog down defending Remy? I didn't take any blogs down. I haven't taken a blog down in years. If you're looking for a blog that you don't see on the channel, it's probably because you need to click the live tab, right? Why would I take down a video defending one of my peers? You know what I'm saying? Why would I do that? So any live that's or any video that you think is no longer on the channel, you're probably just in the wrong area. Go to the live section and you'll see it. I thought RBE was better back in like 2015. I appreciate that. Is Averb and A War gonna battle on RBE? You never know, possibly. Cassidy versus Calico. Shout out my nigga Cash. Shout out to my nigga Cal. South Carolina's in the building. We got some topics to get to. I'm coming off of a long weekend. My beard is fucked up. I had to shave it all the way down so that I could grow back in proper. I zeked my shit while on vacation. I had to have me a little quick vacation. Y'all went and got away for like 4 or 5 days or whatever. Had me a good time, man. Saw some new scenery, had some fun. I ate and drank myself to death. Like I was drinking every night. I was eating reckless. You know, they say the 80-20 life. You know what I'm saying? Like spoil yourself 20% of the time, try to be on your shit and on your square 80% of the time. I try to stick to that. Maybe it's my demeanor, maybe it's my personality that people think that I'm some type of perfectionist or something like that. I'm not. I say it a million times, man. I ain't perfect. I ain't an angel. I make mistakes just like anybody else. I'll fucking eat trash food for a whole week straight. But nah, I'm back to work right now. And so far this whole day, all I've had is fruits and vegetables, man. I'm trying to clean my stomach is bloated. I'm trying to clean my system out right now. So high fiber right now, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. And I'm probably gonna do that for about 5 to 7 days. I gotta get back on my shit. You know, I was in the gym this morning. I took my shirt off in the mirror. My stomach was looking a little fucked up. I was like, oh, whoa. Put my shirt back on. It's crazy, man. It's like you could bust your ass in the gym for fucking 4 months straight and get into tip top shape. And then you can have an off week and then it all looks like it goes out the window in the mirror. It's like, it's crazy. It's like the consistency element when it comes to looking at your visual results. Oh man, I've never been a guy that lets themselves go though. Like I never let myself, even when I'm off, I don't go too far out of reach. I'm always close to where I want to be. I don't believe in letting myself go like that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, fresh off a little vacation. Um, Back in mode though. We are in divide and conquer mode, and that's for part one and part two. Um, a lot of battle rap I missed this weekend as far as being able to rock with y'all. There's a lot of shit that happened, right? We saw announcements that I think people responded to that they didn't take to. I saw interviews that people felt ways about. I saw more headlines about Hitman Holla and Eazy The Block Captain and Remy Ma and Chrome 23. Chrome 23. They are dominating headlines, and I think it's beautiful. I love it. I love it. Um, I feel like the typical news in battle rap has a 24-hour to maybe 4 to 5 day lifespan. Even controversial, wild shit. Such a small lifespan that topics have in battle rap. Um, that's why I was sarcastically laughing. I was like, yo, can we get our little 5 days after Divide and Conquer part one was over? And it's like, We heard the things that we heard, and we seen the things that we seen. It's like, damn, why people, this is all gonna be done in 5 days. But Chrome 23, Rem, Hitman, and Easy have remained in the headlines. It feels like 3 weeks straight. That is impact. Um, Congratulations to everybody involved. You know what I'm saying? That's Look at the bloggers. The bloggers are having like a $10,000 month off of this shit. Don't get it twisted, y'all. Like some bloggers, they key in not just obviously on hot topics, but they want to make sure that it's the type of shit that's in the headlines that everybody's being attracted to for that moment. And that's smart blogging. It's like no different than fucking eBay stores. What's hot right now? Or PS5 just came out. Okay, let me grab 20 of these and put them on eBay during Christmas time. Duh, you know what I'm saying? Like that's how it's supposed to go. So it's all expected. But some of these topics, you see certain topics even getting revamped. Like, oh, I heard this now, and I heard that now, and it's all coverage, it's all media, it's all news, it's all topics, and the majority of it has been around the Chrome 23 event, dominating headlines. Everybody has their time, and when you get your time, enjoy it. Nothing comes in this game without controversy as well. There's always the good and the bad. I've had moments in this game where it felt like we took over a whole season, a whole summer was ours. I was watching something on the channel yesterday. I was doing research on the channel because I had to find some footage for a video. And the Rare Breeds VOD trailer, yeah, the Rare Breeds card is the one that had the Return of Murder Mook versus A Verb and all, King Los and all those wild matchups and all that type of shit. That card, man, I looked at the VOD trailer yesterday, and this was back. I guess we dropped the trailer before YouTube really started wilding on you being able to play other people's music and shit. We used to play other people's music as paying homage. You see like RJ Payne shit on a lot of our work, paying because that's my guy. I fuck with him, like love his such a big fan of his music. But the track that we played on the Rare Breeze release VOD trailer was Rick Ross, "The Summer's Mine." I was like, "Yo, shit, we have our little petty fun moments too, I guess." The summer's mine. The summer's mine. I'm buying 10 bottles, bitch, and number 9. You gotta enjoy it, man. Celebrate your successes. It's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Don't gloat. Don't get full of yourself. Don't get cocky. But especially when other people hate to see you fail, you make sure that you celebrate yourself. You know what I'm saying? But there's always going to be some controversy that comes with it in an industry like ours. So everybody be braced for that. You know, there'll be another big wave of news soon. And, everybody just try to be as supportive as you can. And take things with a grain of salt and just know who you're listening to. That's all. Flight 96 got to pull up to the Blue Room this year. Hip hop is shout out. Is that my guy Flight? One of my favorite interviewers. Shout out to Flight, man. Yeah, you need to come through May 6th. You know what? Let me jump into some RBE shit real quick before we jump into these main topics. Now that you said that, Flight, I'm gonna start here by saying I want to give a big salute and shout out to Lawrence and Winged. They just completed the intake part 1 card in VA this past weekend. I think it was 10 battles. They text me a list. I wasn't able to make it. Like I said, I was on vacation somewhere else this past weekend. And that's not a cop out. It's not, I don't lie. I was literally on vacation. All right. Like I was literally out and about drinking myself under the table and shit. But, yeah, man, I think the card had like 10 battles, and they sent me the people that need to drop first as far as the battles. Because I want to start getting the intake battles on YouTube ASAP. We also are in the process of rolling out Divide and Conquer Part 1. So once again, shout out to Lawrence and Wing. Shout out to everybody that performed. Shout out to everybody that brought their A game. I heard a couple names. I'm going to be seeing the footage myself. Ruin Your Day. We sent Ruin Your Day to take care of that. So doesn't matter whether it's the 1SKs or intake card or max out card. We got top-notch production around it. We take it seriously as far as the content that we putting on the channel. So we're going to be rolling out both cards, Divide and Conquer Part 1. You guys already saw Hollow versus Ill Will, and the intake card. We're going to be rolling that shit out over like the next 30, 40 days. You're just gonna a wave of battles. We're just gonna be dropping for y'all. And speaking of battles dropping, next up is Big K versus A Ward. You guys do not want to miss this battle. Um, the exchange that these guys had was ridiculous. A Ward was great as always. He's always great. I've never seen a bad A Ward, and it is one of the best Big K performances of his entire career. It definitely is. Um, when this battle drops, click play. There might be an exclusive on there for you. You never know. You might want to check that out. So make sure y'all are subscribed to the channel and keep an eye out. That could be dropping today. It could be dropping tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. Could be dropping tomorrow. Could be dropping Friday. Could be dropping Saturday. Between now and Saturday the latest, it's going to drop. I'll probably have another live talking about an exclusive that drops with it to come politic with y'all and get y'all feedback on that and let y'all know the hows and the whys and the whats with that. I don't want to spoil anything too early, but obviously I'm referring to the teaser flyer that we put out, y'all, and the teaser trailer that we put on the Will and Hollow joint. Cause I seen the feedback. We got a goat picture on there. We got a hooded mystery guy on there. We back to our creative, having fun type rollout, y'all. And the goat, I've seen a lot of people. Even Ian Solomon text me the other day. He was like, "Man, if I had $1 for every time somebody thought that goat was me." Now, is it him when he texts me that, or is he saying that I'm damn sure not on the call and I'm just wild that it's wild that I'm getting all this notifications about it being me? So is it Ian? I saw Cassidy, Goat Gang, right? People see goats, they think Goat Gang. I see Murder Mook. The people say he's the logo. Um, who else do I see? I see Danny Myers. I see Hollow. I see Loaded Lux. I see a lot of shit. I see a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I gave a big enough hint on the channel. And then we also put that in that little small teaser trailer. So that kind of really consolidates it down to let y'all know what's going on. At least like a good bracket. A couple people behind the scenes text me, a couple conversations I had. I let them know whether they were right or wrong. Everybody keep the information close. Let's all enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we always enjoy our rollouts. You're not gonna see us just throw a fly out there and say see you this weekend. That's not us. You know what I'm saying? Like we like to have fun. Let the battlers have their rollout. Let the battlers have their energy. Let them have their trailers, all that type of shit. We work. You know what I'm saying? We don't mind putting that groundwork in. So shout out to the intake card that was just completed in VA this past weekend. Shout out to the rollout and ruin your day on their edits for Divide and Conquer Part 1. We'll continue to drop. Divide and Conquer Part 2 is on sale. Get your pre-sale pay-per-view or get your ticket to be in the building. Either one, go to rarebreedent.com. It's 3 options that we're always going to keep going forward for you to buy your tickets to be in the building. You got a general PayPal for people that just want to go straight to PayPal. I think you skip like a service fee, like if you went to Eventbrite. Then you got Eventbrite. Eventbrites are always going to have general admission tickets, and then there's an Eventbrite free, of course, as they process the ticket. But that Eventbrite is also where we always have specialty tickets. Specialty tickets will always be like a stage pass, a VIP pass. We started at the last event on cam tickets. That's something new that RBE did. On cam tickets, you get a wristband, and you will be able to be upfront, live and personal, right next to the battle, like somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? You'd be right up there up front. You know what I'm saying? We got that reserved for you. Anybody that was in the building last event, that I made sure that we held it down for those on cam ticket purchases last event. We're gonna do the same thing this event. So get to look at yourself on footage and see if you had the jazz face, anything like that. So that's where you go for the on cam tickets or the specialty tickets. The Eventbrite link is there too, and the third type of ticket purchase option that's always going to be there is a Cash App. Now, no matter how you purchase your ticket, I don't like people being confused about an RBE product. No matter how you purchase your ticket, you don't got to worry about no ticket coming to you in the mail. Don't be checking your mailbox. Don't be checking your email. Your purchase and your ticket automatically goes to our guest list. All you have to do is show up. Our door girl will hold you down. She will have a complete list of all our VIPs, our special ticket sales, our Cash App sales, our Eventbrite sales, whatever. She has your name. She has your Cash App. She has all of that. What you gotta do is go up there, say your name or your cash app if that's how you purchase it, for example, and you win. You good. Don't expect no ticket coming to your mailbox or nothing like that. All right. So no matter how you copy a ticket, go to rarebeautynt.com and you will be good. Um, before I get off of Divide and Conquer, I just want to talk about the Blue Room. Y'all see that's my alias right now on Twitter, the Blue Room. I really do feel like battle rap goes through phases, and we tend to find arenas and environments that are just dope. I think a recent one that came out that we was just like, oh shit, we want to see more of that, was the way that Snake Eyes versus Bad News was shot right outside the mansion on Bags and Bodies. When we saw that, and we saw, I think they laid down like those railroad type tracks for like the camera to pan on and move around, like that production, movie production type of shit. Shout out to Ruin Your Day. That's what they did for that battle. You see like the camera circling them and shit. Crazy. Crazy environment, crazy look, crazy production. I think another one was The Bunker by King of the Dot. Another Ruin Your Day production. But I think that was a venue that they had like a lease on, if I remember correctly, or something like that. But the look of the bunker, the vibe of the bunker, the energy of the bunker, it's another one of those arenas for battle rap that was just dope. Where it's just like, if you remember, if you know battle rap the way I know battle rap, it's like that was because the arenas and the environments, they add or subtract from a battle. The ambiance, the vibe in the building, the vibe on camera, all of that. It just adds or subtracts to the battle. Even Drum had a place. You see how many people say, they don't say RBE just come back to New York. A lot of people say, yo, we want a Drum joint. You know what I'm saying? Drum had a vibe. Drum had a whole energy to it, a look to it that we pulled off over the years, and we kind of enhanced over the years as we went through different styles of production. You know, so there's these different arenas. Sometimes, you know, business wise, you just got to hop around, and, you know, a car lands in this venue, then it lands in that venue. And that's dope too. You never know what you stumble on. But this Blue Room shit, I think this is, in my opinion, currently the best look and the best vibe and energy. And especially if you was in the building last event, you know, I think right now, this got it. And you know me, I don't have a problem paying homage. I think at a time, Bunker had it. I think at a time, Band from URL, that they had some dope shit. I think it was just a black room or whatever, and just a light, a black light. I mean, a light above. They had that was dope for a second. You know what I'm saying? But now I think it's this Blue Room shit. The battle quality comes off great. The energy in the room comes off perfect. The look, you know, with the RBE on the back white wall, not the hologram, but the picture that they throw up there on the projector, and then the lighting of it, that almost like black light, which is why on the closure card, you know, it looked like my hat was glowing and shit. Motherfuckers gonna be coming to that shit dressed to it. Like, oh, hold on, I'm about to wear like neon green for this. Like, I wore glow in the dark Jesus piece. I knew what I was walking into for Divide and Conquer Part 1. I said, fuck it. I'm having my little fun. You know what I'm saying? First day of school type shit. You know what I'm saying? But now the vibe of the Blue Room is so dope, man. And I'm gonna start calling people that. Like, yeah, you might get a show off, you know, of any element, but then there's a Blue Room show off. I'm gonna start calling niggas that. Like, yo, if we book a battle, man, I need that Blue Room show off. The one that came and battled Jag, and they said had top 10 battles of last year. I need Blue Room show off. I need Blue Room Rosenberg Raw. Shit like that. You get it? I don't know, man. I don't know. That Blue Room is something. But shout out to everybody. I see a couple people got their tickets as far as that on-cam ticket. I literally think there's only one left. I think I looked this morning. There's one left. One that's on the Eventbrite. If you go to rarebeautynt.com, the Eventbrite type of ticket, type of purchase. There's one on-cam ticket left. And there's a bunch of general admission tickets that's already been sold. And people don't even know the first battle yet. But it looks like it's about to be 10 battles. Okay. Divide and Conquer 2 is about to be 10 battles. Wasn't even on purpose once again. By the time we locked in our main event, we said, all right, That right there is fun enough. We're gonna have some fun right there. Matter of fact, there was another battle that was locked in before that. That's the one that Rosenberg Raw was tweeting about. And it's like, all right, we have enough fun. And then somewhere along the line, it's like, damn, I want to get this person on. This person did win their last battle. You know what I'm saying? We tried to stay true to that promotion from Divide and Conquer 1. That person deserves a plate. This person hasn't gotten a look in a while and deserves. It's just not easy to navigate this shit. You know what I'm saying? But because there's a million people. I got even before we put out the GOAT flyer. You know what I'm saying? I probably had like 50 text messages or phone calls of people. It's just like, what's up with the next car? And I'm always honored by that, always honored, but it's just not easy to navigate. Kingdom Come Apparel. Can we get Ill Will versus Goods? I think that's a dope match. Well, matchup wise, I shouldn't say it's a dope matchup. I think it's a good battle. I think it could be interesting. Matchup wise, I'm very curious how that would play out because the style difference. You know what I'm saying? So I would do that though. I would do Ill Will versus Goods. I would do that battle. But yeah, 10, it's gonna be 10 battles. It's gonna be 9 battles that go down on the stream. And I'm gonna spoil this. There's not gonna be any 1SKs on this particular card. I think Lawrence and Wing did a great job just pulling off the intake card this past weekend, and they got another intake card coming up in April. Like I said, the last one was 10 battles. So that's a lot of up and comers that we get to put on the channel and let fans see like, all right, do they need to come to a different card, another opponent? Do they need to move up the ranks? That's a lot of up and coming talent. 2 quick cards like that, you know what I'm saying? Back to back, that's a lot of people to see. So instead of putting 1SKs on Divide and Conquer 2 that's going down May 6th, it's just going to be all 3 rounders, right? There's some people that we feel that are bricks that instead of having 1SKs there, give them that opportunity to be on that stream. So there's going to be 9 3-rounders. We will be starting very, very early. Don't be surprised that the first niggas is rapping at 12:45, 1 o'clock. I got to treat this the way that we did Straight to It Volume 2. That call was 17 battles and we was done by like 7 p.m. I still to this day don't know how we did it. But we did it. Everybody knows how we run events. But at the same time, I've seen the other side of it as well, where events run longer at RBE. Like nobody is perfect with this shit. All these different moving pieces, it's not easy. And shit, I want to see how y'all fucking scramble and coordinate when Hitman pulls up and he tells you like, yo, I can't perform unless Show Out got a mic because of the way we rehearse something and we don't got enough mics in the house. And now it's a surprise, so we can't switch mics during the in between rounds. It's like, what the? There's all types of shit you gotta deal with running these fucking events. So yeah, it's gonna be a great stream for y'all. It's gonna be 9 battles, 9 3-rounders on the live stream, and the day before we're gonna shoot an on-site battle again the same way we just did J Murder versus J Jeans. It's gonna be outside, it's gonna be gritty, and it's gonna be uploaded with the VOD. So by the time the full live stream is done of the 9 battles, by the time that same night the VOD gets uploaded, you will have all 10. Whew. Talk about your money's worth. Talk about your money's worth. All right. Yeah, I appreciate you, Misu. Yeah, get them likes up. I appreciate y'all. Y'all gotta remind me to tell people or ask people. Yeah, get them likes up, man. Shout out to Sensei Saga. Shout out to Saga. Saga just hit me up too. I gotta call Saga. Saga, I'm gonna hit you back this afternoon. For defeating Swamp. Saga just beat Swamp. Is that what y'all saying? Shout out to Swamp. Saw some tweets from Swamp saying that he's trying to get on all platforms this year. Shout out to Swamp. Danny versus Daylight. All right. We went over Divide and Conquer. We went over the Blue Room. We went over Intake. The Intake series. Gotta call that a series because already they announced part 2. Lawrence and Wing is fucking, they moving, man. They ain't playing. Eazy The Block Captain gets dropped from his Caffeine deal. Y'all want to get into that topic? Or should I stall y'all out and go to a different topic first? Should I stall y'all out or go to another topic first? All right, let's do it. So I saw headlines yesterday, today. I believe Easy did a live. I saw Norbs talk about it. I think Vada talked about it. I think Piperboy talked about it. Does Chris got one up? I'm sure DME Detroit probably got one up. All the bloggers picked it up. Angry fans probably on it. Three Letter Man, I think, got one up. Shout out to all my peers, man, my fellow bloggers, man. Y'all keep us all in the loop. You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep us all in the loop. So I didn't get a chance to watch Easy's live yet, so I don't want to misquote anything. But apparently, it seems that he received a phone call or received some type of notification that he was relieved of his caffeine deal. So when we say relieved of his caffeine deal, what is that? I'm assuming from what we've seen over the years and what we've heard of the last couple of years is obviously URL went to Caffeine to stream their content, stream their battles, stream their events. Dope move. Dope move. They can put that in the trailer if they want. Along with that, it seems that whether it was through URL or directly through Caffeine, I don't know. There have also been streaming deals. I'm going to assume DNA has one. I'm going to assume not assume. I had these conversations with Goods. Goods has one. Some people have done like food shit and whatnot that I've heard. I believe the gist of it is there's a certain agreement of how many hours you have to be on that platform and do content. And if you fulfill that, you get a certain amount of money. And I assume everybody's deals are different. Like maybe if you're, why doesn't Charlie Clips have a show? Maybe if you're Charlie Clips, maybe you're getting, I don't know, let's say $5,000 a month and you got to do 40 hours. I don't know, 40 hours of watch time. Are people that have bootlegged RBE's content or pay-per-views or VOD content or whatever, have they done that under Caffeine deals? Drop that in the comment for me. Anybody that has bootlegged RBE content on Caffeine, and if they also have been doing it within a show that they're running. Let me know that in the comment section, please. Appreciate y'all. Not just on the live. Drop it on the comments because I'm going to be able to read all the comments later. Please drop it on the comments. So yeah, people have deals, right? And that's dope. Other lanes of income. I've had those conversations with people like Goods where we talk like inspirational, motivational type of shit. It's like, yo, you got whatever you do as your meat and potatoes. You sell your sneakers, you sell your cologne, you get on Caffeine and you got to deal with them. That's dope, man. I don't knock nobody getting their money. You know what I'm saying? But if we take it back to when Caffeine first launched, remember that first event? It was announced New Jersey Twerk versus Geechee Gotti. That's a crazy matchup. That's a mega battle. And you know, it had Drake tweeting about Caffeine and everything. It was like shut down city. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, this is crazy. And a lot of people didn't really know what Caffeine was yet. And all they saw was a promotion, go to Caffeine and, you know, create a profile. So a lot of people, battlers, fans, everybody went to Caffeine, started creating profiles. You know what I'm saying? And even at that time, I was curious as how people would monetize that because obviously not everybody works with URL or works with Caffeine and then it gets like a deal. They would just be there just streaming and just that's just free content that you just give away. So I have a video where I asked that question years ago and I kind of asked that to the bloggers. And I was like, a lot of people went and created profiles, you know, and you have YouTube channels. If you've developed a YouTube channel, you know, with X amount of subscribers that's monetized, you know, and you have a following and you're in certain algorithms already and you have certain networks that you're with or whatever, right? Are you going backwards by jumping on another platform or are you just caught up in the hype of there's this new platform that's going on with Drake cosign and the biggest league URL is there, so let's go create. I just asked a question. And I know when people hear me talk, they think that it's coming from a place of immediate bias or immediate hate. How many times do y'all see me on camera and I big shit up and I keep it honest. I keep it honest. I say, like, that's dope. Like I interview saying, that's a dope move. Black entrepreneurs. If it works for you, that's dope. I never shitted on streaming. I have interviews with Hip Hop Is Real, and all these people ask me because it's like almost pressure towards RBE. Yo, URL's on Caffeine, King of the Dots on Twitch, RBE, what are you gonna do? And I say, yo, shout out to those guys, man. If it works for them, it's a good deal. You got to approach with some money. URL got to approach with a bag, and it works for them. That's what they want to do. That's dope. King of the Dot, they work with Twitch. They got a plug with Twitch or whatever. They got an event that a tournament they're doing. That's dope. For us, right now, we just comfortable doing what we're doing. We had a small opportunity that we walked away from, and it wasn't even going to beat YouTube. It wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So we haven't even been lucky enough. We continue to do everything from the muscle and from the mud on our own. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of that. I'm proud of that. But at the same time, I'm not mad at other people that get opportunities, when you get picked up and you get some type of deal that you think might work for you, whether it's short term or long term. So I still posed that question. I was just like, the bloggers and the media I wouldn't understand because you guys have your own channels already that are monetized. So I was a little skeptical. There was even fake ARP accounts. Everybody, there was, I forget, it probably was ITSARP, like me on social media, like me on Instagram and Twitter. And they were always in the battles and streams posting like it's me. And for like the first couple months, everybody's like, yo, ARP's in the chat. Wow. And I'm like, really? I don't even talk like that. Like, like y'all look crazy. I really think I'm in these fucking chats. I never created a profile. Never did none of that. You know what I'm saying? It was never hate. I watched those battles when I want to see some of those cards. You know what I'm saying? Never. But now when we spin this into current, when we see these headlines about Eazy The Block Captain being dropped from his Caffeine deal, the way I questioned it back then, and I was curious for like the bloggers and the medias, I carry the same type of feelings now. So when I see reports, Eazy, you were dropped, this might sound weird, but I say congratulations. Even owners that work with Caffeine, right? They would say it's about independence. To be independent to be independent with your content, you have to own your content. So at least you can own your content, your own library, like on your app. If you are like a blogger or media and you don't have one of those deals and you don't own your content, you know what I'm saying, then you don't have the same situation of saying that you're independent. And I'm not saying that being on YouTube makes you independent, but you do own your content. We have copywritten materials and works that are uploaded to our YouTube channel. They're copywritten. And I'm going to get to a copywritten topic very shortly. Stay with me, especially when we talk about Umi with the Hellcat. I'm going to tie it into battle rap. But we have copywritten works and material that exist on our YouTube channel. I have those masters of all of our battles. I own all of our content. I own it. I can take you to court over our content. I can sue you over our content. I can legitimately sell and own all of RBE's content. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about once you put it up there, when you have a library, it stays. It stays. Especially when you have replayable content. I'll give that one to I'll get to you one second, homie. I am for the culture. I'm gonna give Chris one of those biggest shout outs in that respect. Let me tell y'all something about repeatable content, because some of this is going to be game and some of this is something that you would never expect a league owner or a platform owner or somebody in my position to tell y'all. Chris Unbiased, of all the bloggers, probably has some of the most replayable content in three things. He has stock rise, he has stock drop, and he has the untold truths, right? I don't know if any other bloggers have series like that or the type of content that you would go back to, right? That's one of the biggest differences between a battle rap channel that has battles and a battle rap channel that has news, right? When you got like a Piper Boy or a Vada Fly, you know what I'm saying, or Chris Unbiased or a Jay Black or a DME or Three Letter Man or an Angry Fan, And all of our bloggers and media, 15 minutes of fame, hip hop is real. They have a lot of replayable content, the media. But let me finish making a point. Those topics that come out, right? This is game for everybody. I'm trying. Let's get to this money. Listen, y'all. Listen. Oh, Jimz too. Shout out to Jimz. I got a Jimz topic coming up. Topic comes out like this: Eazy the Block Captain gets dropped from his Caffeine deal. You put that out a week from now, nobody cares about the topic anymore. A year from now, nobody ever plays this video. Ever. Ever. But 5 years from now, I might care about who won champion of the year. Let me put Jay Black in that repeatable content point that I'm making, along with like Chris. Maybe I want to go back and see how the panel decided on their champion of the year for 2022. Maybe I want to see who was on the stock drop list for 2020, 2021. Maybe I want to see quantum physics untold truth when he's talking about who he ghost wrote for. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I want, now I'm going to use a battle channel now. Maybe I want to go to RBE and do my homework on Hitman versus Cassidy because Hitman versus Eazy just got announced. You know what I'm saying? That battle gets announced. I go look at my channel and I make money from Eazy and Hitman being announced. And even if people don't go to my battles to do homework, the algorithms alone, the YouTube suggestions of it alone. Oh, this person happens to be typing in Eazy the Block Captain or Hitman Holla on YouTube, and it's a rap battle or it's a video that's X amount of length. They just watched a video that was 20 minutes long and it had Hitman Holla in the tags, the description, and in the title. Let me now suggest to them another 20-minute long plus video. That one happens to be Hitman versus Calico, Hitman versus Sue Surf, Hitman versus Bill Collector, Hitman versus, you see what I'm saying? The way that people are so caught up on this word algorithm, right? They don't even understand like all the pieces and elements that it encompasses. Now, when I go back to saying congratulations to Eazy the Block Captain, when you create replayable content, that's truly the money while you sleep. That's true. I'm making money off of Daylight versus Oops. It's a 10-year-old battle. All right. League owners won't say this to you. They won't say this type of shit to you because everybody wants to hide their money because they'll fear that they'll either raise the market or hurt their negotiations. Me, I don't really care as much. You know, to be real, I don't really care as much. Don't really care as much. I see a saying going around. It may have, shout out to Jack Boy. I don't know if it came from Jack Boy or Ace. I mean, shout out to those two guys. I see that those two guys have been vocal recently about YouTube and the app, right? Because that's a big topic right now. And whichever one of those brothers, I see something about $4,000 per million views. I want to know if that came from somebody that told you that. Did you Google that? It's false. Any battle rapper, any blogger, any media that wants to see long-term money from replayable content or even short-term money from a video that buzzes, come to Divide and Conquer, because that's the next place I'm going to be at some battle rap shit. And I'll show you something in private. I'm not going to send it to nobody over a text message. I'm not going to put it on camera. I want to show you something that I'll show any battle rapper this shit. I want to show somebody like a video like Ill Will versus Hollow. It's not, I don't think it's over 300,000 views yet, but I've already screenshotted this type of shit to show people. Then I'll show you things like the lifelong earnings of, like, let's say Hitman versus Cassidy, right? And I'll let you do your division and see if you think that it's $4,000 per million views. The way that it also changes the length of the videos, the type of ads that play on it, the retention time of the video. There's so much that goes. There's a lot of millionaires off of YouTube for a reason. Is this the old school days where people are making money that they shouldn't make? No, it's not. That's what was happening. And we call it the U-apocalypse or whatever, right? When a lot of those companies had to pull out because motherfuckers was getting beheaded on YouTube and crazy ass content that's not made for kids getting seen by kids. YouTube had to make certain changes. They had to. And some of these sponsors was like, yo, we out. This ain't for me. I'm Coca-Cola. I don't want no beheadings, some overseas beheadings on my product. I'm good. I'm out. And YouTube protected their money and they switched it up. They switched it up because YouTube is a place for content creators and content owners. They don't want you to be able to take an ARP battle and take it to your channel and then make money there too. They just want to pay. They don't want to pay you too. They feel like they're double dipping. Why would they want to pay twice from the sponsor that gave them that money, right? The whole thing about how much money is earned on YouTube, I dare anybody to see me in person and ask me to show them some YouTube stats. This notion that YouTube doesn't make any money, it's something that people in those positions would want you to believe. And this obviously would not benefit me to tell y'all that. Sorry, it's true. It would not benefit me to tell y'all that. So developing replayable content, developing a library that you can own. Like I said, we have copywritten materials and works that are on our channel. We own the masters too. We own them. We can resell them, take them to Netflix if we want to do it. We own this shit, right? These factors are the reasons why, to me, a streaming deal where you don't have the replayable content and being locked in to a certain salary, especially if it's not your main source of income, I don't know if that's the best bet. Now, here's the difference. If I'm being fair and I'm being 100% real, whether you're Eazy The Block Captain getting dropped from your Caffeine deal, or whether you're a new person trying to go to Caffeine and get a deal, whether you're a new person on YouTube, here's me being real and being fair. It's very attractive if you could offer me $3,000 a month, shoot 30 hours of content or streaming, and your check is guaranteed. People do love that. They do love that locked in, that no variable, that no change, and the security of that. That's why a lot of people would rather work for somebody than for themselves. I know I get paid every Friday or every other Friday. I know I got my benefits, my medical, my dental, boom, boom, boom. Both sides is dope. Both I've done and do both. Both sides is dope. Shit, doing both is really the really the fucking gem. But anyway, both sides is dope. But the difference is, if that deal, let's say it's a year-long deal, what if your following blows up in that year? What if your content and your show blows up in that year? If I'm telling you the type of money that you can make on YouTube is tens of thousands of dollars from way less of the amount of views that maybe some of y'all think that y'all either being told or Googling, and I want to show some of y'all the proof just to inspire y'all or just to show y'all the points that I'm making right now, right? I think a lot of people would like that flexibility. So if you have like some of our main bloggers and they have a month like this where there's all these relevant big topics, I could just keep talking about, did Hitman get booed? Is Rem's managing Eazy now? Or Rem got a new interview now? Oh, hold on, the battle dropped. Oh, hold on, the face off. All of this shit. This is like a up month for blogging if you're hitting a lot of these big topics, right? That could be a $10,000 month for certain channels, or depending on how good your content is or how replayable it might be. Especially if you got replayable content that's already adding to your monthly money earnings from like last month and all these people still watching the old shit because you got replayable content and these new it could be a $10,000-$15,000 month for you. So the people that don't want to build up that type of content, build up a platform, build up a subscription, build up a following, right? You don't want to do that. Having a certain deal where it's just like, yo, no matter what, you got your $3,000 a month. Some people would rather that. But what if I told you that if you just invest in your channel and you just build I think Vada Fly just posted that he hit like 80,000 subscribers, right? So if you want to build your channel and build your content to that, they can't afford him over there. They can't afford the amount of money that he makes monthly. Nobody's buying a Tesla. Shout out to Piper Boy off of those deals. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm trying to say is that please open up your minds and don't be out here talking like you guys know YouTube, because the people that know YouTube the most from the battle rap community are running battle rap video channels. And when I say, I mean running battles on them. Go talk to King of the Dot. Go talk to Stiz. Go talk to John. Go talk to URL owners. Talk to me. Go talk to Rem. Even that video just now, doing 1 million views in 4 days. It's great money. I'll show you face to face what type of money that video could have just made. I'll show you that face to face. Because RBE has been in that position. I will show you that. And then people will turn around and say, okay, hold on here. I think we're overdoing this narrative of like, no, you can't afford nothing on YouTube. Okay. I'm not against any deals or streaming deals. I just want y'all to have all the information, not some of the information, and then run around thinking that you know everything. Have all the information. There's a lot of people making a lot of money on YouTube. A lot. And if Eazy The Block Captain is reaching these new heights in his career, and his name has taken yet another jump, and he's one of our battle rap stars, all he got to do is blog. All he got to do is get on his channel and be interesting, or create some type of replayable content, create series, right? That's for the replayable shit. Hit your topics, talk about your upcoming, all that type of shit. The type of money that Eazy can make on his channel, if he remains consistent, if he has good content, if he's interesting, it'll kill any deal that any of us league owners would ever offer him for his own content. That's why I say congratulations. I just figured I hit that from a different angle. I'm for the culture. I appreciate the super chat, homie. I'm gonna be at Divide and Conquer. It don't count unless it's on YouTube. I appreciate you. Whatever happened to it only counts on XYZ? Whatever happened to that? I guess that one couldn't hang around long enough, huh? It did what it was supposed to do, I admit. That was a good one. It worked long enough, but Marquise Burgess, appreciate the super chat, honey. Unsubbing from the app, can't contribute to a black company sabotaging other black men. Lied and said they're for the culture. I will tell you this. I have a lot of proof of RBE being sabotaged over the years. I've been screaming out to high hell about it for almost 10 years, right? So the trail and the files are all there. It is what it is. Light Skin Television, ARP is 25% of Mount Blogmore. I appreciate that, homie. I appreciate that. People almost never want to classify me as a blogger because my league owner appearance or whatever or position trumps it. You tried it. Shout out to the homie in here. Smash that like button. Shout out to You Tried It 215. Jericho, appreciate the super chat. Time to give the dog Mook 30 sack of work. That could be crazy. Humble King Reloaded. We'll be at the next event. I'll see you there. LA Dreamer, ARP has bread outside of battle rap. I've been telling y'all for years that I don't need battle rap for a single red cent. So that is very, very true. Battle rap can stop tomorrow and nothing in my life would change. I'm for the culture. These app battles, appreciate the super chat, homie. These app battles get one small price and then they have no control what happens after. It's not realistic to even compare to YouTube money. YouTube money, I just explained all the different elements. You can make a lot of money on YouTube. You can. Some leagues have. I challenge anybody to take me up on that. Just come to Divide and Conquer. I'll show you some shit. Shout out to Mugnify Reacts. ARP should create some creative program for reactors and bloggers. I thought about doing a reaction channel. The thing about it though is a lot of that shit gets flagged a lot. I don't know how people like academics be getting away with that shit so much. Probably because his channel's so big that you got different types of agreements and shit. I don't know. Play Too Hype, appreciate the super chat, homie. WFN Jackpot, appreciate the super chat. I'm WFN Jackpot, I battle. How can I get an opportunity for 1SK? You must get on the radar or speak to either Lawrence and Wing. They run the 1SKs, homie. Appreciate you. I've been out of the loop for that, rightfully so, for a while. I can't do everything, and they're doing a great job over there. Just ran a whole card, the 1SK intake card in VA this past weekend. Had 10 battles on it. It's 20 people that got opportunities. David Johnson, the asshole. Appreciate the super chat, homie. ARP, can we get that Aver versus Ill Will? That battle would be fire. The set. Ugh. Aver versus Ill Will is so stupid. Aver, should that be your return battle to RBE? Should that be your return battle, Aver? I don't know. All right, let's go to another. I'm gonna do 2 more battle rap topics. Let's go 2 more. Oh, I'm all the way in Sorry It's True mode, y'all. I'm all the way. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I'm gonna leave all of those other topics alone from this past weekend. Or should I? I don't know. I'll see how I feel by the end of this one. Geechee and Eazy want to do their own event. I saw that. I saw them talking about doing their own event. I think I saw something in the title or on the post on Twitter. I think Eazy was saying something. I'm gonna paraphrase once again. Don't fully quote me. Something to the effect of, at this point, I think we're big enough to do our own event. And battlers have done their own events before. Hollow and Danny did it. Did Disaster do it with somebody? I feel like Disaster did it with somebody. For a time, we've been hearing off and on that Lux and Daylight might do it on their own. I think there's pros and cons to it. People always got to consider all that it takes to do an event or do it of a certain magnitude. And as much as I come off as pro battler, I'll never demean what I do as an owner, as a platform owner. Platforms and leagues bring a lot to the table. How many times over the years have I said there's always 3 pieces for a great battle to be delivered, right? There's battler A, battler B, right? It's a triangle. And then you got the platform, right? The 3 points, right? So there's a lot that leagues bring to the table. Even the following of leagues brings something to the table, brings money to the table. Like if I do a partnership deal with Geechee versus Eazy, for example, like let's say I'm doing that battle with, it's not me booking them. Here's our agreement. You deliver your services as a private contract. I deliver what I do, my agreements. You get paid, I get paid. Supposedly, because nobody knows what the leagues ever get paid. Sometimes we go in the red, or maybe I make $1 million, or maybe I lose $1 million, right? And then we go our separate ways until we come back again for the next move. Versus doing it like a partnership. Like what if we have some type of agreement? Hey, we're gonna split the door. Hey, we're gonna split the stream 3 ways, whatever the case may be, right? Even a league's following brings money to the table. You could take Eazy versus Geechee, and it could be a platform that you never heard of that delivers that battle, and maybe it makes less money than an RBE that delivers it because of the reputation and the following, the fan base of RBE. We have subscribers on all different types or all types of platforms. We have subscribers even where we sell tickets. There's people that follow our Eventbrite, for example. They go that and they follow it there. They're like, I don't know if you're ever gonna put a flyer here early before the trailer. I'm subscribed here. I'm following their social media. I'm following the YouTube channel. I'm on the Facebook, the business Facebook group, all that type of shit. There's a lot that the leagues bring to the table, even outside of financing, even the way that we work, even our creativity. There's a lot of creative ideas that RBE, for example, brings to the artists. And then they drive all that shit home. It's just like, oh shit, that's dope. Like, what if I call a particular battle or a match? I'm like, yo, that's gonna be crazier in the blue room. That's my idea. And then I'm working with them, and then they bring their artistry, and then the shit just comes full circle. There's a lot that the leagues bring to the table. So I don't think that a battler should ever misinterpret that until they do their own event. Because the moment that you cut the platform out, you will find out how much that you have to do. And I'm still pro battler. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I think that is still a good idea for them to do it is because creating that lane of independence and the flexibility of not only being able to say, yo, Rem called me, I'm taking that check. ARP called me, I'm taking that check. URL called me, I'm taking that check. John called me, I'm taking that check. Stiz called me, so forth and so on. Dre Dennis called me, I'm taking that check. But also, when if I feel cold or whatever, or if I feel like nobody's giving me a call because of some politics, or I lost on RBE's last card. They might go a different direction for a card or two. Or these people over here from politics, they don't like the way I'm moving, or they don't like that I took this last matchup or whatever, and they're not calling me. Right? The flexibility to be able to do your own shit opens so many doors. I think a lot of battlers should entertain that or try to entertain partnering type of deals. I offered partnership type of events to a lot of people. A couple people took me up on it. A lot of people didn't really see it. And I think a lot of battlers are very, very used to and scared to jump out of the lane of, I don't care what happens. I just want my guarantee. I wouldn't be where I'm at today if I always had to bank on a guarantee. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just you have to break out of some of that fear. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the person that's gonna go to Vegas and bet it all on black. I'm not that guy. You know what I'm saying? But you have to have, some level of willing to bet on yourself. How many times do we hear bloggers say that to battlers? You think you that good? You think you that hot? You think you got that much draw? That much of a following? Bet on yourself then. File the fly shit. If you cooking, they booking, right? I mean, that should be obvious. So in that respect of creating your own flexibility, I do think it's extremely important. But now let me bleed that into my third battle rap topic because it's relevant. I want to ask y'all a question. Is moving out on your own disloyal? It's a question I want to throw out there. And as y'all take on that question, I'm gonna try to catch up with some super chats. Multi Swagger 23, man, I need Ill Will versus Rex. We booked that before. We booked that on Math versus Serious card. Rex had a personal situation, and we hope to possibly even do that shit one day. Fuck it. Artemis Doom, Easy versus Big K, Aver versus A Ward, Reed versus Pass. Dope. I don't know about Reed though. I don't know. He was supposed to do this Reed Dollars. I mean, this Remedy local battle. I don't know where Reed is. I'm for the culture. Ever think about doing only member subscription on your channel? I'm just a supporter. I appreciate that. Maybe. You never know. You see me, I keep the flexibility. I never know. Could be dope. Could work out for us. Maybe. Bars over beats, trying to get my bro Gage 74 on the RBE stage. If you're talking about Gage from, what's he from? Is he from the Shy? Shout out to Gage. He's dope. I think he had a one rounder with goods. Gage is dope. I think I'm caught up with my supers. Shout out to everybody. So answer that question. Is stepping out on your own disloyal? Hear that a lot. I love the way people use the word loyalty. People use the word loyalty so conveniently. So conveniently. It would be cliche for me to say true loyalty is wanting to see your brother or your sister or your friends or your mans or your homie get everything that they can get and better themselves and do the things that makes them happy. It'd be so cliche for me to say that, right? Because that's kind of like the obvious. But let's give an example of loyalty, right? Is stepping out unloyal? Is stepping away from something unloyal? Depends. Gray area. What's the context? What's the circumstances? What's the variables? Right? Rosenberg Raw doesn't call me and ask me permission to battle Bill Collector on Battle Academy. Why? He's one of the heaviest it comes to waving the RBE flag. He is RBE. He is RBE before he signed to RBE, and he signed to RBE, and he didn't even have to as far as like how we move and how we rock, right? Like everybody knows what Rosenberg Roy is over here. I'm using him as a great example, but he needs to get permission from me, right? If he goes and takes a bag or a battle somewhere else, is he unloyal? The difference is when you hurt me by doing something, or you go against, the things that I've done for you, right? Is Eazy The Block Captain being unloyal, for example? So if you look at a battle that may never happen, and I think there's battles on RBE that, obviously were out there, hanging out there, and they weren't our original idea. Arsenal versus QB. The king of disrespect versus the queen of disrespect. It was just a battle that was hanging out there for years. And it got to a point where it's just like they was both calling me and asking me to do it. And QB was just like, y'all, some places that act like they want to do it, I'm not battling there. So there's only one. It's either not gonna happen on RBE or it is gonna happen on RBE. I was like, yo, let's go. Bill Collector and Hitman. Everybody knows their history. Their history was how long ago? It was a battle that was just sitting there for years. We said, all right, we know that they have history. We're going to pick it up and create something called a closure event, a closure series, right? We got it done, right? Then you got just pure original ideas where we just deliver battles and people say, damn, we never even thought about that matchup and it worked out. That matchup was crazy, or the turnout of that battle was wild. It was a classic. You know what I'm saying? You just have outcomes like that. So I ask, when you got a battle that would have never been thought of, never happened, and a battle that does it, especially when we're in front of a shared fan base, right? Is that considered being unloyal? You know what I would feel unloyal about in a situation like that? Like, let's say it's a battle that I'm not going to do. And, like Rosenberg Raw calls me, says, yo, what's up with me versus Bill? And I say, nah, I'm not interested. I would never do that battle. I hate that matchup. I don't want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And then he goes and does it somewhere else. Obviously, that's not an unloyal situation. But I think a better example would be like if I had some interest in it, and like let's say Rosenberg Raw tells me he'll do it with me for $20,000, and he's this RBE guy, but then he goes to Battle Academy and does it for $2,000. That's weird. That's weird, right? Kid got a family. Can't even call him a kid. He's older, right? Raw is older now. Man got a family. Even if he does tap in, I'm thinking about doing Bill. They got some money for you? Word? Better go get that. Caution. Taps in. Yo, Chrome 23 tournament. 25 grand up? Win it or not, you better go try. Why do we try to carry that narrative of conveniently being disloyal because you didn't do what I didn't want you to do? Right? That's not weird to y'all. It's a lot of battles out here that the fans want to see. I don't think that automatically you could just chop this shit up as being disloyal because somebody helped you come up to where you at. And that's the thing where I asked, like, when Eazy and Geechee is in that joint, they're saying, yo, I think we're at a point now in our careers where we could do our own shit. A lot of people may attribute that growing process to URL. That's dope. Right? There's a lot of people that could say, yo, all these opportunities and these battles that I got on King of the Dot is where I'm at. There's a lot of people that could say, yo, ARP believed in me, or he believed in those battles, or he fed me blood, sweat, and tears matchups and all this. That's why I am where I'm at. Right? I don't think it's loyal to put a ceiling on somebody's success once they've gotten to a certain level that you supposedly wanted them to get into in the first place. Unless it's just like, I wanted you to win, but only with me. Right? You just got to say that. You just got to say that. But then that's not loyalty. Like, I feel like we overuse that word. You can't paint somebody as being unloyal because they got to a certain position and then they expanded. I'm not trying to say that Jay-Z is perfect, but he said I had to get off the boat to walk on water. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to a certain level in any industry, in any lane of success, you got to look around and you have to figure out how do I now get to the next level. I think in this culture, sometimes there's people that want you to say, I want you to get here, but that's your max. Once you get here, that's it. Stop right there. Right? If you get right here and it's just like, damn, I want to go do TV. Damn, I want to get on Wild 'N Out. Damn, I want to do an album. Damn, I want to go to this league. Damn, I feel like doing R&B music now. True loyalty is backing that and supporting that. I feel like real loyalty always comes back. Always comes back. That's the way I've always looked at artists that I have a certain rapport with. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, if you fuck with me the way that you say, if you got the energy for me that you claim that you have, if you respect me the way that you respect me, right? When you go get that bag at Battle Academy or URL or King of the Dot or whatever, right? We're gonna be right back to work after. Everybody wins, right? How many times I say I already got mine? Go get yours. You go get yours, and then we come back and we split it down a different way. How would that be disloyal? You see what I'm saying? I just feel like we gotta really call a spade at people that use that word loyal very, very conveniently. Very conveniently. You know what I'm saying? Just pay attention. Pay attention. If Eazy and Geechee feel like now they're big enough to go do their own event or battle each other on their own without a league, that's dope. They should try it out. Make sure they plan accordingly and know all the intangibles. Because, like I said before, the leagues bring a lot to the table. But once you got all those intangibles under control, if y'all feel like y'all can go do that on your own, do it on your own. And then go work with Rem or work with RBE or URL. Can't or work. You keep that flexibility. You know what I'm saying? But nobody that is truly, truly loyal to you wants to see you have a ceiling over your head. She'll want to see your continued growth. It's like a parent. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that we be niggas, mothers and fathers. Sometimes we be mentors though, right? But it's like a parent. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have postpartum depression. you could be that parent just there crying at graduation, like, damn, my baby's about to go away to college. But you gotta let them go sooner or later. Because they grow. You can't instill all this good in them, all this knowledge in them, all this business in them, try to put all this success in them. And then when they get old enough and they're like, I'm going over here now. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, no. You just got to stay home, stay in this house. No. The real loyalty is I did all I could for you. You're going to go out there for the holidays, you be back. Or you might fuck around and bring a bag back, right? You might buy me a house, buy me a car now because of everything that I did. You bring it back. There's a lot of people in battle rap. I seen them bring it back. You know what I'm saying? Holla did that. You know what I'm saying? When he called me for bags and bodies and cut me a check, I brought it back. He called me and said, yo, you know, the type of business that we did, the way you broke bread with me and the way you fucked with me, I want to get you a check. You see how that shit come around like that? Like, it's dope to see that. You fuck with somebody, you that loyal to somebody, just bring it back. Just show them that no matter what I do out here, I still got you. That's all you need. Something that you want, something that you got going on, I'll never step on it. It's a battle that you want to do. It's a battle that you got on the radar. I'll never step on it. Something that you can't do or won't do or not interested in, I'm going over here. Don't call me disloyal now. Three battle rap topics, I guess, right? Three battle rap topics. I kind of don't feel like talking about Umi and the Hellcat anymore. For those that don't know, Umi and the Hellcat is somebody, speaking of YouTube money, it's somebody that made probably millions off of YouTube. If I know my channel the way I know my channel and I can see his channel, he probably made millions off of YouTube, right? Umi and the Hellcat is a guy did a lot of content on YouTube about cars and spending money and living that life. He had great production. He had a great cameraman that followed him around. It's just his content was just great. You know what I'm saying? But I think either before he blew up on YouTube or during or whatever, he had this other venture where I think I guess you call it piracy or stealing copywritten shit or whatever. He was basically like reselling stolen cable or some shit like that. Like he found a loophole and was like selling cable or something like that, selling channels or subscriptions or something like that. But that's a Fed charge, right? Ain't that federal? I'm gonna give y'all a story in a second. I think that's some federal shit. But they just sentenced him to 5 years. He was expecting more time because what the type of content that he was dealing with. You get in a lot of trouble for playing with people's content. Shout out to my brother Shata. He was there. There's a story for y'all. Shata was there. I'm not saying I was there. Shata was there. All right. Once upon a time, Shata and some other guy get in trouble for some shit. They get locked up, spend the night in the 120. The 120 once again is Staten Island precinct that's close by the ferry. It like basically services a lot of the more known hoods in Staten Island. So that's why the 120 is like one of the more known precincts in Staten Island. Spend the night there. In the morning, It's chain gang time. Everybody chains to each other. The whole strip of jail cells get chained together, heading out. Time to head to the bus towards the Brooklyn houses, right? So you get transferred from the precinct. It's time to go, going to Brooklyn now. All these different people got all these different charges on this bus. And in the front of the bus, I assume that most of these transport jail buses or precinct buses or whatever is similar. That it's like for the people that's never been through that, think of like the movie Con Air. If you've seen the movie Con Air, remember they had all the inmates on the plane and shit. They chained up and all that type of shit, but there was like a special cage there as well for the nigga that was wild, that was on some Hannibal shit or whatever. The buses or some of those buses be the same, where everybody's sitting down on the regular bus seats and everything, and they be handcuffed and chained up and all that type of shit. But the cage in the front be for different shit, right? You would expect that cage in the front to be like Con Air, the guy with the Hannibal mask and all that type of shit, right? Like the person that's going, if he's out of there, he's biting somebody's ear off or some shit, right? You look at that cage, it's like, man, person that was in that cage was a little short Asian woman, was blacking out, screaming, let me go, scream, banging the gates on the screen, get me out of here, get me out of here. Everybody else on the bus is like, damn, she definitely don't want to go to Brooklyn or go to Brooklyn houses or see the judge. Like, damn, little small Asian girl. So word starts to get around. It's like, yo, what she do? What she do? She got caught for, I think, her second or her third time selling bootleg CDs. It was like, automatic 5 or 10 or some shit like that. It's Canal Street days for my New Yorkers. It's Canal Street days. Where you can walk up and down the streets, little pocket, little stores, or before it got real bad, on a blanket. Want that new Tupac album or whatever? Is right. Tupac got videos running up on bootleggers in New York and they're like, yo, who gave you permission to sell this? Right? That's what she was screaming over, because it was like her second or her third time getting caught. So it was just like an automatic stretch over selling bootleg CDs. They put her ass in that cage. Everybody else was regular shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild to think about, sometimes the repercussions and the penalties of playing with copywritten materials or bootlegging. And that happened with Umi and the Hellcat. And once again, him getting sentenced to 5, considering the type of stuff that he allegedly, I shouldn't say allegedly because he was convicted, right? That he was convicted of. Even him, I seen his post interview. Even he's happy that he got off with only 5. He's just like, yeah, I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? Because he could have got something way heavier. Imagine like bootlegging, like, ESPN shit or NBA shit, NFL shit or Netflix shit or whatever. I think people should never, ever, 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 ever underestimate how serious it is to play with copywritten materials and works. In all facets of entertainment, there's bootlegging, right? All facets. The VHS days, the DVD days, the CD days, mixtape days. But man, those record labels really helped change the game and change the laws. And probably like some major studios probably involved as well. You probably got like the Disneys of the world, like those big studios in Hollywood probably got involved. Like, yo, we losing too much money to piracy. Started getting in a lot of trouble. Copyright laws started changing. I think that's something that battle rap is missing. I think we're missing repercussions for stealing hard-earned and hard-worked-on content. So I would just suggest that everybody out there be very mindful of stealing and playing with people's content. I guess that came to mind of me thinking about Umi and the Hellcat getting his 5 years. So crazy, but Troy Ave just took the stand, right? And people are acting like it's a big news topic. I will never understand why. I'm clueless of why everybody's so shocked. The man said, how many years ago, the streets is a myth. I don't believe in the streets. I'm gonna be taking that stand. He said it all. He said it all. He, I don't have a horse in that race. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of people that feel real personal to that situation that happened at Irvington Plaza. Um, shit, we got battles that show you all the tentacles that situation happened. If you go watch Math versus Charlie Clips, um, Charlie Clips says something about tax tone, I think. And if you watch Math's reaction, Math is just like, and I don't think Clips is a real good dude. Clips didn't know really. And then when Math started his round, he started freestyling. And he said something about, I think it's like his nieces or his daughter's godmother or godfather, somebody that's like Banger, I forget, related to Banger or something like that. That's like related to Math or whatever. And even Clips, being the good dude that he is, when he heard Math freestyle, he was like, "Oh, my bad, my bad, my bad." So that situation got a lot of tentacles. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people know those two guys, but Troy Ave has been saying forever. It's just like, I don't even know if you try to call him a snitch at this point. He's been denounced street code. It's like a gangbanger that dropped his flag 5 years ago. Now, initially when he did it, of course, you could say, nah, that's still wrong because he did it only at a time of self-preservation. It's not like being in a gang and waking up one morning and saying, this ain't for me, I'm gonna drop my flag, right? And I'm gonna go 100% civilian. That is not the same from deciding I'm gonna go civilian by the time I'm sitting in the back of some fucking patrol car, handcuffed. That's not the time to go civilian, right? So, Troy Ave is always gonna get his fucking backlash because it's like, oh, we didn't hear you denouncing the street rules and all that. But I think he's always try to say that he learned things in this process about how people are and what people did and some of his friends. And I wasn't the first person that told the tax did this, and then I just responded and go look at the paperwork. He said a statement first or whatever. It's all a bunch of street guys still caught up in some bullshit and still getting down to self-preservation at the end of the day. I'm so happy to be a civilian. I'm glad I don't never gotta have none of those fucking worries. But yeah, Troy Ave just took the stand and supposedly explained the whole shooting of how he got hit and how he was defending himself and how he came up with the gun and who had the gun and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So everybody can be like, oh, snitch, 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 snitch. I don't even know why I'm talking about it like it's news. Like Troy Ave been saying, like, get my ass on that stand. He said it in songs like years ago. This is not news. It's like, come on, y'all. This is not news. All right, let me say something to Jimz and then I'm gonna get up out of here. Um, I noticed that Jimz wasn't online for a while. And yeah, shout out to Jimz, man. I noticed that he wasn't online for a while. And he just popped up on the internet. Um, seen the title of his shit, man. He says title says something like rock bottom, drug abuse. Does it say getting arrested or something like that? So obviously Jim's just had some type of personal situation or multiple situations. Um, that made homie bounce for a second. I guess get his mind right, you know. And it's just like, even I didn't notice for a second. I look around, like, yo, I ain't recorded him in a while. I ain't hear no text messages from him in a while. We ain't talking a while. You know what I'm saying? And now I think about it, all these topics going around. Everybody's bugging out over this and bugging out over that. I ain't see a Jim's block yet. It's like, yo, you all right? You good over there? You know what I'm saying? As far as alcohol abuse, um, I feel like people also they end up getting addicted to drinking. And I'm not sure because when I think about somebody that's like an alcoholic, right? Some people would think that they're predisposed to it. And I'm not talking about gyms because I don't think that this applies to gyms. That's why I'm bringing this up. I think that certain people think they're predisposed to certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like whether you have OCD or you're predisposed to just loving things that's sweet and then you become a sugar addict or whatever. Predisposed to alcohol and alcoholics. Like even like last night, I'll use myself as the example. Last night, I get back from my little vacation, unpacking, getting myself together, trying to get back into my regular routine and everything. And by the time I got to the end of the night, I almost walked myself down to my little joint and poured me up a glass of wine. And I had to stop myself, like, for what? But it was in my system because while I was on my little vacation, I was drinking the whole time. And it just stays with you. It becomes like, oh, drink, 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 drink. That's why every time I come off a vacation, I have to like retrain my body to get off of certain shit, off of shitty food, off of alcohol and everything. And you do have those little mini withdrawals because these things have, elements in them that make them addictive. That's why cigarettes and certain drugs and alcohol, they get you and they keep you. You know what I'm saying? So Jimz ain't no fucking addict. Jimz was probably just, hanging out with a bunch of his friends and going out on dates with his girl and all this type of shit and drinking a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it probably, one night turns into like back to back. Next thing you know, it's like, oh shit, I've been drinking a lot lately. You know what I'm saying? So me knowing Jimz, Jimz ain't no fucking alcoholic or nothing like that. So I could see that happening because it almost just happened to me. It's like you have your little stints. You know what I mean? As far as the other situation, like I didn't speak to him yet, so I don't know like the details of that. I ain't gonna try to get into that. Act like I don't know. I don't know. But the whole rock bottom thing, um, I will say this, and I'm gonna say it in a motivational way for Jimz because Jimz, you put out a public blog. You're not at rock bottom right now, homie. The simple fact that you knew that you had to get away shows that that's when you're in your moment of like, let's say darkness, right? By the time you pull yourself together and you put yourself back on camera, that means you're already pulling out of it. So use that within motivation for yourself, period. Because when I look at Jimz and the way that he talks and the way that he motivates himself and he motivates people, he got a little bit of that Andrew Tate shit in him. You know what I'm saying? Like Jimz ain't gonna let himself stay down. He's like, no man can stay down for so long. And you gotta go to work and you can't show your weakness or whatever. And I argue with him before. I debate him with him, like, nah, it's okay. Like, you can take the most alpha male in the room. It's okay to show some weakness sometimes, or it's all right to let certain things off your chest. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. You know what I mean? It's all right for a nigga to cry. It's all right for a man to cry. I know some of the toughest niggas in the world cry, like, and still put a fucking hole through your face. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So you don't got no man ever needs to feel that they have so much responsibility on their back, whether it's family, whether it's kids, whether it's maintaining the home and getting that rent paid, like Jim said, and all that. No man needs to have so much pressure on themselves that they can't release, can't talk to somebody, can't cry, can't go vent to somebody, can't go to the gym and tear the gym up, can't go hit a punching bag. You know what I'm saying? People deserve releases because life will mount up on you. I have my times in the year when I just be like, shit. You know what I'm saying? But Jim, so the moment that I see you do a video, I get less concerned. Real shit. Real shit. I'm just like, all right, cool. Because if you cut that camera on, you know, that means you already coming out of what you was in. So shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? Stay solid the way you always been. Stay sturdy. You know what I'm saying? Hit my line if you need me, homie. But I know you good. I know you good. So welcome back. I mean, you missed a lot. You missed a lot. Like I said earlier, man, it's like a $10,000 month for most of the bloggers. So get your ass back to work. Stop being dirty, nigga. Yeah. I don't think I missed any super chats. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I think we got up to like 1,400 at one point today on the stream. Cool topics today, like 3 kind of weaving battle rap topics. The copyright and the federal infringement type of shit. Umi with the Hellcat and Troy Ave. That's a lot going on, man. It's a lot going on, but we're gonna remain sorry it's true over here. We're gonna keep it honest regardless. Why not? ARP, this is why I fucks with RBE. Appreciate that, homie. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, yo, shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel because like I said, it's going down. We got this big KA with us about to drop, and it's gonna be an exclusive on there. You're gonna get some more blogs. I'm gonna definitely be back on this camera by like Saturday. Probably do like Sorry It's True episode 17 by like Saturday. And shit about to get lit up a little bit. I'm about to kick off the fireworks. So let's have some fun. It's your boy,